Jamaica reggae boys clash with the United States tonight. Berylium truck driver charged for the missing money bags. Mentally ill man fatally shot by police in Clarendon. STETHS flog Frome while Garvey Maceo demolish Munroe in the Costa Cup. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Supporters of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party took to the streets yesterday to protest what they described as a poor performance from Member of Parliament for St. Elizabeth Northwest J.C. Hutchinson. Calling for the removal of Hutchinson as MP for the constituency and for younger representation, the representatives said they would not stop protesting until the Prime Minister addressed the issue. Mr. Hutchinson, over the years, he's a poor representative of Northwest St. Elizabeth, and you know we are Labourites and we won't vote for any other party than Labourites, so we need a change, one protester said. Another resident shared that over the years him in power, and I don't see what he's doing for Northwest St. Elizabeth, so he must go. Now, since the COVID-19 outbreak, the Jamaica Association of Guidance Counselors in Education reports that it has seen a number of shifts in the kind of inappropriate behavior that pupils are exhibiting in the classroom. Rashina Anderson, president of the group, claims that bullying is changing in schools and that children are now using social media to taunt and make fun of their peers. She also claimed that students are involved in gambling and gangs. According to Ms. Anderson, a lot of these disruptive behaviors are brought on by various unfavorable situations that make students upset and prone to acting out. She pointed out that experiencing sexual harassment at home is one of those difficulties as well. She wants schools to be resourced with a therapeutic room equipped with, among other things, calming music and a punching bag so the boys can hit it to get rid of their anger. A man who was facing charges of possession of and dealing in cocaine had those charges dropped after forensic analysis revealed that the substance he was arrested with was a type of paste and not cocaine. Troy Jackson was, however, remanded in custody on an initial charge of robbery with aggravation when he appeared before the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court. Meanwhile, detectives from the Kingston Eastern Police Division have charged 52-year-old Alden Nelson, a driver of Harborview St. Andrew Kingston 17, with larceny after he was found with a large stash of cash. Nelson's home was searched and the police said a bag containing the missing money was found. Nelson, who was the driver of a Berylium truck which was dropping off about 40 bags of cash with about $20 million each, apparently came up with a scheme with his two other squaddies, and that was to take a bag of money each and report it missing from an open back door at the back of the truck. The three security guards reported that it was reported to them by a passing motorist that the back of the truck was open, and this resulted in 3 bags of cash going missing. But when detectives started asking questions how back of the truck got open, they started to give conflicting stories. So now the driver is in custody. A mentally ill man was fatally shot by the police in Clarendon on Tuesday. The deceased, who has been identified as 26-year-old Miguel Crawford, was shot during a reported confrontation with the police along the Parnassus Main Road in Yorktown. And it's reported that sometime after 3 p.m. a police team responded to a report that a man was seen blocking the Parnassus Main Road with stones and other debris preventing the free flow of vehicular traffic. When the police arrived, they reported they saw Crawford blocking the roadway, as was reported. He was instructed by the police officers to desist from blocking the road and to drop a machete that he had in his hand. And it's reported that he refused and moved towards the cops in an aggressive manner, using the machete to hit the service vehicle several times. It's alleged that he was shot when he overpowered a member of the police team who was trying to disarm him of the machete, and he was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. A man was shot and injured by an off-duty police officer in Clarendon yesterday afternoon. The victim is the son of a Clarendon businessman, and he was shot inside his father's Clarendon store. It is said that the man and the police officer got into a fight inside the Mapen Town Center store. The man was shot by the policeman during that altercation, and he was rushed to hospital where he was admitted in critical condition. On to sports, Jamaica Reggae Boys will clash with the U.S. tonight in CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinals, and this will be a true test of the team's character and willpower as they prepare for FIFA World Cup qualifier next year. And the boys will play the first game at the National Stadium at 8 p.m. this evening, and the second leg will be played in Missouri, U.S. on Monday. The Reggae Boys were beaten 3-1 in extra time by the U.S. in the semifinals of the Nations League in March, and since then the team has improved and have registered back-to-back 0-0 draws against Cuba and Honduras under new head coach Steve McLaren, who replaced Jaime Halgrimsson in July. For tonight's game, it includes a first-time call-up for British-born midfielder Isaac Hayden, who plays for Newcastle United in the English Premier League. Also making a return will be winger Leon Bailey, who plays for Aston Villa in the Premier League. He also returned after a controversial self-imposed hiatus as well as a suspension by the Jamaica Football Federation. The Jamaica squad looks great on paper, and if this carries out on the field, then the US is going to be in for a rough night tonight, as this Jamaica squad could become crazy and go on a scoring spree. But as they say, the ball is round, and we should never take an opponent lightly. Another big clash tonight will be the Costa Rica versus Panama game. On to the Costa Cup in Group A in their second game of the quarterfinals. STETHS wallop Frome 3-1 to jump into second place with 4 points behind Glenmore, who have 6 points. Magrat on 1 point is in third, while Frome is on 0 points, holding in last place. In Group B, Garvey Maceo clapped Munroe College 3-0 and move into first place with 4 points, while Central and Ocherias played out a 1-all draw. Both now have 2 points each from 2 drawn games and are second and third respectively. And everything for qualifiers from this zone is up to the last game, as all teams will need to win to be assured of a spot to the semifinals. The top 2 will advance. And on to Manning Cup. Manning Cup took 2 days off until tomorrow, and we will see 2 big clash with Jamaica College will face Tivoli Gardens, while Mona will face Kingston College. A loss for either one will spell disaster. KC have 3 points while Mona have 1. But the decider could be the JC Tivoli result, with JC on 4 points and Tivoli on 3. Everything comes down to this last game. The winner goes through, the loser go home. And if you missed the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube and type in Jamerican Undiluted news. Listen, like, share, subscribe to keep us going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I gone.